Hiya, it's Thursday the 17th of June. We've left Stronsay this morning, an anchorage there called Whitehall. We managed to anchor out of the traffic, quite a comfortable anchorage in between the two piers there, in about 4 meters of water. Not much to see there. In fact, the whole little village looks like it's in rapid decline, rapid decay. The houses are uninhabited, and some are looking really tatty. The hotel's closed. So, not such a very inspiring place in that respect, but a pretty place nevertheless. Anyway, we left this morning at 9 o'clock to get the tides to push us eastward past Sandy, and at the moment we're in the Norwegian Sea, as they call it, and we're just crossing the Fair Isle Channel. The currents go northwest southeast. At the moment we've got a period where they're going slack. It's just going to turn southeast on me. We've had the northeast up until now. We've been on occasions touching 8 knots, very good, as we came out of the shelter of Sandy and North Ronaldsay. So we're doing fine. We've had the sails up, we had a bit of a sail, but we weren't going really fast enough. We were doing 4s and 5 knots, which, as far through the water, which as far as a sailor goes, it's not bad. I mean, you can put up with that, but there were more to be had in regards speed, and we put the engine on. We left the sails up, and it carried the sails, and we were touching 8.5 knots, which was very good. So you've got to make the best of these chances. It's if you're doing 8 knots and it's a 40-mile journey, it takes you 5 hours. If you're doing 5 knots and it's a 40-mile journey, it takes you 8 hours. So it's basically simple to work out, really. And of course, when your favourable tide ends, the unfavourable tide begins. So you can be really struggling. So we've been motoring, keeping the speed up. I've had to drop the sails now. They were flogging. The wind's gone altogether. The sun's up bright. There's not much cloud in the sky. It's been a lovely morning. We've got a bit of a swell out here. That's one of the benefits of the Orkneys. I mean, you've got the rapid currents, but you've also got sheltered waters, and you don't get these swells that you get when you go outside the cover of those islands. So it's a comfortable swell, if it is such a thing. It's not bad. It's when the wind picks up on top of these swells that things get a bit naughty. And I noticed on the forecast this morning that Shetland and those regions have still got a red line round them, wind warning, and also, which concerns yachters just as much as the wind, they've forecasting rough seas. And if there's one thing you don't want, it's a rough sea. You can cope with strong winds. If the sea's slight, you can cope with it, but if you get a strong wind and rough seas to boot, then it's not a very welcoming place to be. So caution ruled my decision. I was thinking about going to Shetland straight on, but that forecast, remember, the forecast is just a forecast. It could get worse, it could get better, but seeing the red lines around here and hearing what they've got to say about the rough water, the rough seas, I thought, well, I'm just going to chew a little bit off, and we're heading for Fair Isle. It's plainly in the distance now. You can see I think it's the Real Rocks, without looking at the chart, at the south of the island itself, which has got a reputation for kicking up rough sea, in strong wind against tide, it can be really naughty. So even though it's smooth today, there's no wind at the moment. The sea's far from rough. It's a moderate swell. I am going to give it a bit of a leeway just in case. You never know what I'm going to meet when I get there. So that's the plan. We'll spend the night there and just have a look and make certain that these rough seas that they're talking about around the Shetland group of islands ain't going to be there tomorrow, or hopefully ain't going to be there when we do sail from Fair Isle to Shetland. So that's the plan. All's good. It's cup of tea weather. It's toast, and we're rocking about a bit, but it's quite manageable at the moment. So I'll give it another chat and a bit of more info when we get inside Shetland, or in case I suppose anything else develops, I'll come back to you. Cheers now.